Alright. And down here at the bottom left-hand corner of the map, Entombed Valley, is our blue Protoss player. Managed to win the first game very convincingly, actually. It was very impressive considering the fact that he's famed for having very poor PvP skills. But lost his cheese in game number 2. It is Killer. And up here at the top left, playing for the team Slayers, it is a player who handled that situation very well in the cheesy situation he was faced with, scouted, and knew exactly what to do to counter it. It is Slayers Brown. And this is Entombed Valley, one of the newer maps in the ladder pool. And as you can see, it's got a very, very small choke point here. Neutral supply depot chilling. Bottom of the ramp to make sure no one can wall off the bottom of the ramp very easily with buildings like pylons, what have you. And I'm curious to see what kind of strats these guys are going to go for. This is a map where you can actually relatively easily hold your expansion because you've got another ramp. You've got a secondary ramp which isn't small, but isn't really huge either. So it's holdable. I feel like we're going to see a more macro-oriented game here out of these players on this map. But of course only time will tell, and it's very easy to go ahead and tech up because you can hold this one ramp very easily. It's a nice ramp to hold, and it's very difficult to press up that ramp. I don't think we're going to be seeing any 4 gates or anything like that out of either player, although time will tell. We do have Brown scouting cross map first, and that may be because he wants to do a specific strategy if his opponent is cross-map. That's something that we often see where players will have something planned that is specifically for a situation where their opponent is cross-map, or specifically for a situation where their opponent is not cross-map, if they're on the sides. And so we do see Brown going ahead and scouting that location. It's going to take him a little bit longer to scout. He's actually going to get really lucky, well, relatively lucky, and scout Killer second, because otherwise it would have been bad. He would have taken so long to scout him because he would have come here to the bottom left and then had to go all the way across map again to the top right, or send out another probe from his main to scout that. And so he basically would have never gotten a scouted, actually, because the stalker would be out by the time that the probe got in. So he was able to get in this time just barely, scout the second gas, and oh wow, Killer has canceled his second gas. The probe leaves. He cancels the second gas and makes 2 more gateways. A fourth is going to follow. A third extra gateway. There we go. Killer, wow, is using some deception here to his advantage. Brown only has 3 gateways, but he is going to have 3 gateways, and he is going to have a ramp here. So it's all going to come down to micro. We're going to have Killer trying to be aggressive here, trying to trick his opponent. The probe went in there and saw the second gas and immediately exited when he only saw the 1 gateway and the second gas, and he canceled it to try and deceive him. We're sitting here with Killer at 20 probes right now to the 20 probes of Brown. And are they continuing to produce probes? Brown is making more probes right here. The 3rd gateway is morphing in as well, or warping in rather. And here's the pylon nearby. Killer knows where he is, but he hasn't actually been able to scout to see how many gateways that we've seen out of Brown. So he's just going really just crazy all in here. He's got a stalker and a zealot out here. Warp gate research is done. The warp gates are transforming. He's going to warp in some units over here. A couple stalkers. Oh no! No, this is horrible for Brown. His units are out of position. He's got warp gate tech as well, but his army is going to be separated. He is going for 3 gate pressure, and actually you might even see a base trade situation here. The stalkers are going in here. He's targeting down that single pylon. He needs to produce 2 more pylons around those gateways immediately, because that pylon is going to unpower all of his gateways. Brown going in here. There's 2 pylons that he has to kill off to unpower all the gateways. He's going strike for that one. Is he going to get a round of warp-ins before the pylon goes down? He does get another round of warp-ins on those before the pylon is unpowering, and the probes are running out here. He's got enough minerals for a nexus. He's going to try and do a base trade and try and be basically a refugee Protoss. His main nexus is getting targeted down right now. He's trying to kill off that nexus so he can't produce any more probes. He can't mine, and also since he will be revealed. More importantly, all the pylons are down for both players. He shouldn't be going for that warp gate right now. He should not be killing off the unpowered warp gate. That is not what he needs to do right now. He needs to go for the Nexus or go for any pylons. Finally, he's going for that Nexus right now. The Nexus goes down for Slayer's Brown. Did he produce a Nexus anywhere? No, the probes. Whoa, the probes. What are they doing? He ran the probes back in and made the Nexus next to the Stalkers instead of trying to build it in a hidden location. And GG coming from Brown. Killer going for the 4-gate, the hidden 4-gate. Brown actually caught out of position trying to go for 3-gate pressure. And it ended up in a base trade. And the 4-gate base trade versus the 3-gate base trade. The 4-gate won out. And it was all because he also was able to unpower those gateways quicker. And we had Killer get 1 extra round of warp-ins, so he had a much bigger army in that situation. He was able to kill off the Nexus much quicker. Wow, so Brown is eliminated, and Killer, aka Songho, his new team, must be good luck for him because he wins his first Protoss versus Protoss series ever in the GSL, I believe, and advances to the 3rd round of Code A. So nicely played by Killer. He's actually going to succeed in a PvP series there. Unfortunate for Brown. Brown, who went undefeated in Code A last season and got straight into Code S, has now been defeated in round 2 after getting knocked out of Code S this season. So nicely done by Killer, and too bad for our player from the team Slayers, Brown. Day's not over yet, though. We've got one more match. We're going to have Maru versus Happy. We're going to have a great Terran versus Terran coming up next. Again, we're going to do one more quick break to let the players get their gear set up, make sure their keyboards are in order, in the right location, make sure their mouse settings are correct. Hopefully they're securing their hotkeys, making sure those are correct as well. And we're going to be back in about 5-10 minutes for the last series on this stream. Again, the other stream is still going on as well. I'm actually not sure at this moment what is being shown on that stream, but they may be in the middle of a game as well. You can go watch that. So don't go anywhere. Keep this stream live. We'll be back in 5 to 10 for our last series, Maru versus Happy, here at the GSL Code A.